We often treat breastfeeding like an automatic biological reflex, but in reality, it is a learned mechanical skill. It requires precise physical coordination between you and your baby. When that coordination is slightly off, the result is a shallow latch. For the mother, that means physical pain and tissue damage. For the infant, it means working incredibly hard to extract barely enough milk to grow. This chart shows the percentage of breast milk intake relative to a baby's required volume, plotted against their latch score. Notice the steep difference. Babies with poor latch mechanics consume less than 25% of what they need, while high scores approach 100%. Ensuring those high scores starts before the feed even begins. You have to catch early hunger cues, like rooting around, moving their hands to their mouth, or lip smacking, while the baby is still alert but calm, long before they start crying or thrashing. A crying baby is disorganized and tense. By catching them early, you keep them calm enough to successfully execute the exact geometry required for a deep latch. Step 1 is positioning your baby's body. Your infant needs to be placed completely flat against your chest, in a tummy-to-tummy orientation. Try drinking water with your head turned over your shoulder. It makes swallowing incredibly difficult. Your baby faces the exact same physical limitation. To swallow efficiently, their ear, shoulder, and hip must form a straight line. There are 3 main ways to support this alignment. The first is the laid back hold. By reclining at a 45-degree angle, gravity secures the baby to your chest, freeing your hands and activating rooting reflexes. The second option is the cross cradle hold. Here, you use your opposite arm to support the baby's neck and shoulders. Avoid holding the back of their head. This gives you maximum control to guide them, preventing a reflex that causes them to pull away. Finally, there's the football hold. You tuck the baby under your arm, keeping their body entirely off your torso. This provides excellent visibility and keeps the baby's weight off your abdomen, which is highly effective if you are recovering from a C-section. In reality, there is no single perfect position. The correct hold is whichever one allows you to maintain the baby's straight spinal axis without putting physical strain on your own back or arms. Once the baby is aligned, you need to prepare the physical target. You do this by shaping your breast tissue to match the angle of your baby's open mouth, typically using a technique called the C-hold. For a proper C-hold, place your thumb on top and your fingers underneath. Keep your hand well behind the edge of the areola so your fingers do not obstruct the baby's mouth. If your fingers crowd too close to the nipple, you create a physical barrier. The baby's lips will hit your hand before they can take in enough breast tissue. By compressing the tissue further back, you transform a round, blunt surface into a clear, targeted interface that fits easily between the baby's jaws. Now for the actual connection. You might naturally try to aim the nipples straight into the center of the baby's mouth. Instead, point your nipple directly at the baby's nose. Aiming high tilts the head back, opening the jaw into a massive gape. When the mouth opens wide, move the baby swiftly onto the breast. The chin contacts the underside first, allowing the lower lip to take much more areola than the upper lip. This asymmetrical angle achieves 2 critical things. It places the sensitive nipples safely near the soft palate at the back of the mouth, and it positions the baby's tongue right over the milk ducts to effectively draw out the milk. Once latched, you need to verify the connection. You should feel a deep, rhythmic tugging sensation. There should be absolutely no sharp, biting, or pinching pain. Look down at the baby's mouth. Both lips should be flanged outward like a fish, and their cheeks should look full and round, never dimpling inward as they suck. You also want physical proof of milk transfer. Watch for a deep drop in the baby's jaw, and listen for a soft, rhythmic swallowing sound. If the latch is painful, or if the baby is just nibbling at the tip of the nipple, you must stop the feed immediately. Do not push through the pain. To safely reset, slide a clean finger into the corner of the baby's mouth. Wedge it gently between their gums. This breaks the vacuum seal so you can pull them away without pulling your own tissue. This chart highlights the success rate for babies who achieve a score of 7 or higher on the latch scale. The data demonstrates a 100% success rate in consuming at least half of their expected milk volume, proving that mastering proper technique ensures adequate feeding. Controlling the physical geometry of the latch removes the variables causing pain and low milk transfer. Mastering these mechanics shifts we experience from a difficult struggle into a sustainable, pain-free equilibrium.